Hello folks, Ben here again with another casual Monster Hunter Rise video. Today we'll be looking back into my experience with Amatsu. I know the kill time is pretty long and I get hit a lot, but hear me out. In this session, I tried my best to use gears that you might be wearing for the first time you kill this little bugger. I also brought Utsushi with me on his dual blade since you're gonna be forced to be with him on your first time kill. I wish we had a chance to bring someone who's giving awesome support like Kinoa, but oh well. If you're as casual as me, you probably had a hard time with Amatsu. It took me a couple of attempts to find the right skills and successfully kill him when I did it the first time. I will try to put a little bit of commentary on things to watch out for, especially if you're on the lands. Timestamps are available so you can skip to the cues if you need to. Gear details will be at the end, but in essence I just made sure to have guard 5 and Embolden 3. Guard up isn't needed as far as I know. Then pump with the usual DPS skills like crit boost, weakness exploit, critical eye, attack boost. These are pretty basic builds. If you're already at this part of the game, you can probably do a lot better than this even. Some of my gear have Qurio augments since I just reused some of the gear I have in storage, and making a whole new set and upgrading them is pretty annoying due to farming King Armor spheres. When you see Amatsu kinda suck you in and he looks a bit constipated, if you're near Ballista you can hit him with it to interrupt. If you can try and pump out a ton of DPS to break apart or maybe flinch, that works too. If all else fails, guard and make sure you face his center so you don't get blown away. When Amatsu starts circling in the center, try to get into the habit of using the Great Wire Bug to go up so you have more control mid-air. Later on in the fight, he'll do a Vortex mid-air, which is a pain. Later on in the fight, I'll show you what happens when you don't pay attention to this attack. As you can see here, Skyward Thrust deals a ton of damage, especially if you can target its weak spots. That will be like the horns and his arms. When you get the Waterblight debuff, it affects your stamina recovery, so make sure you use a null berry as soon as you can. When Amatsu enrages, he does more attacks than usual, so make sure you observe him while keeping your guard up. When you see Amatsu do a double spin like an infinity sign, it means he'll do a double vortex. So make sure you start going to one side whichever you are closest. The goal here with the lance is to be in the middle of the vortex and then keep guarding while he sucks you in. When Amatsu does a Cyclone Ring, make sure you guard dash towards it so you can get inside. It may give you some extra hits once you do instead of waiting for the Cyclone Ring to end. In here I just noticed my sharpness is almost blue, so I'm trying to find a chance to sharpen. Worst case, you can use a Farcaster and sharpen in camp, especially if you don't have the speed sharpening or a Dango polisher. When the stage turns purple, start looking for the nearest Great Warbug and run towards it. You'll need to get up in the air or else you're gonna cart. I'm cutting it close over here since I was a bit far. When you get to the top, follow the prompt on your screen. So that's gonna be a wire dash forward and then do a mid-air stop. During these times, I miss bringing Hinoa in my hunt a lot. She will have you fully topped off at these moments. Sheathing your weapon is definitely a Lancer's bane. Amatsu is starting to look constipated again, so we're gonna run to a ballista nearby. Once another monster visits the stage, it means you're almost there. Although I don't usually mount the monster and I usually let my follower mount it, it can be a hit or miss. Take this time to sharpen up, top off, or whatever you need to do. Sadly, in this run, Itsushi didn't mount Apex Zinogre, but that's okay. We see the infinity move again, so this will be a double vortex. Try your best to get into the middle of one of them so you don't get hit like me. Funny thing, I always bring a max potion with me, but I always tend to use the stuff that you can get from the supply box. And I thought this was gonna be a Cyclone Ring, but I was wrong, so you see what happens. Here he goes circling on the stage again, so try your best to get to a great wire bag as fast as you can so you can stay out of the mid-air vortex. I really thought I was gonna cart at this point, but I'm still lucky. This reminds me how hard it is when you don't have your usual gear, and fighting monsters at a certain gear level is also pretty fun. He's constipated again. I got a bit greedy here since I know he's on his last legs, but definitely go to a ballista to be safe. I could have shaved a few seconds off the kill time if I did. So here we'll look into the gear. Again, these gears are something you can acquire prior to fighting Amatsu. The curious augments are pretty basic and you can do without it. Probably will have a better talisman than this too. For skills, guard 5 and embolden is a priority for me. And then fit all DPS skills that you can get. Hopefully this pretty long and sad video of me killing Amatsu helps you out with your first time kill. If you have questions, drop them in the comments and I'll answer them the best I can. Thanks for watching.